Hola, hola. Father Diego here with the Gospel of the day. Happy Friday. Today is Happy Friday. Friday, November the 22nd. And today we celebrate in the Catholic Church the memorial of Saint Cecilia, the patron saint of all musicians. So shout out to all those who are dedicated to evangelize through music. Music directors, choir directors, singers, cantors, musicians, to all my friends in my parish, in different communities. Cheers and blessings to all of you and your ministry. And today we read the Gospel of Luke, the last verses of chapter 19, verses 45 to 48. Jesus entered the temple area and proceeded to drive out those who were selling things, saying to them, "It is written, 'My house shall be a house of prayer,' but you have made it a den of thieves." And every day he was teaching in the temple area. The chief priests and the scribes and the leaders of the people, meanwhile, were seeking to put him to death. But they could find no way to accomplish their purpose, because all the people were hanging on his words. This is quite a dramatic section of the gospel. Jesus entering. Just imagine the image is dramatic. Jesus entering the temple and driving out all those vendors, those who are selling things in a kind of violent action. But what we have here is a prophetic action of Jesus, meaning the narrative has a different interest, or there is something behind this this story of Jesus entering the temple. What Jesus is doing here is criticizing a particular way to live out a relationship with God, to criticize this religion at Jesus' time, this utilitarian, if you want, relationship with God. What Jesus is criticizing is this type of cost-benefit relationship with God. So the question for us today, as Jesus was criticizing that particular way to relate with God, very accurate, that critic to our relationship nowadays. The question is, what is my intention every time that I get closer to God? What is my intention? What is my interest in my relationship with God? Am I looking God only for or only to obtain some benefits? Am I looking for the presence of God whenever I have a difficulty in my life or whenever I have a need? Of course, it's natural to, to seek for God every time that I feel I'm in a difficult situation, a need or whatever. But when that's the only interest, when that's the only intention in my relationship with Him, something is wrong. So we ask Jesus today to come into our hearts and to purify it from any kind of selfish interest in my relationship with Him and with my Heavenly Father, to kind of clean it up from any kind of selfish interest. We ask Jesus to drive out all those dark, selfish interest in our relationship with Him. All right? Okay, I wish you a happy Friday again, a happy weekend, and I'll see you on Monday with the message of the gospel. Ciao.